I swear, being 38 and single with no kids is such a wild ride.
Well, I'm going to be turning 39 a week from tomorrow, and I am still single, and that makes me sad. Yeah, my own cats are running from me.
This is what happens when women spend their 20s and early 30s riding the carousel, thinking they can just flip a switch and find Mr. Right when they're ready to settle down. This woman is 38, about to be 39, and she's talking about being single like it's some cosmic injustice that happened to her rather than the predictable consequence of her own choices. She spent her prime years, her most fertile, attractive, pair-bonding years, doing what exactly? Where were her priorities when she was 22, 25? She was probably out there, finding herself, sleeping around, focusing on her career, rejecting decent men because they weren't exciting enough or tall enough or rich enough. She bought into the feminist lie that she could delay marriage and motherhood indefinitely while still expecting high-value men to be waiting for her when she finally decided she was ready. Now she's hitting the wall face first and suddenly wondering where all the good men went. They didn't go anywhere. They were there when you were young and beautiful. But you rejected them for bad boys and players, or you were too busy exploring your options to recognize quality when it was right in front of you. Now those same good men are either taken by younger women or they've learned to avoid post-wall women like the plague.
I'm literally known for cheating on every boyfriend I ever had. Like, it's just something about them that it just don't make me happy. So I feel like I have to cheat.
This is the dirty secret about modern women that nobody wants to talk about. The more sexual partners a woman has, the less capable she becomes of forming lasting emotional connections. She's been conditioned by years of hookup culture to always be looking for something better, to always have one foot out the door, to treat men as disposable entertainment rather than potential life partners. She admits she cheats on every man who tries to love her, but she still expects sympathy for being alone.
Where are all the single straight men?
It sucks being 32 and single and seeing all your friends get engaged and not even being close to that.
Where are the women pushing 30? Where do we find good men at?
The single straight men are avoiding you like the plague because you've hit the wall and you bring nothing to the table except baggage, demands, and a body count that would make a porn star blush. You want to know where the good men are? They're dating women in their early 20s who haven't been destroyed by feminist indoctrination and casual sex. At 32, you're competing against 22-year-olds who are prettier, more fertile, less damaged, and haven't spent years getting railed by every Chad and Tyrone in a 5-mile radius. What exactly are you offering that would make a high-value man choose you over them? The wall is undefeated, and you're experiencing it in real time. All those years you spent thinking you could play the field indefinitely while keeping your options open have finally caught up with you. The men you want don't want you anymore, and the men who do want you are beneath your inflated standards.
I'm starting to wonder where they are. Like, where?
What does it take to find a good guy? Like, I don't understand why it's so hard in your 40s to just find a good person.
I'm looking for a specific relationship how I want it to be. And I am okay with being single if that means I will never get it in my lifetime.
I literally cannot express in words how badly I want a relationship.
I feel like I'm back in that hopeless pit where I'm just like, when's it gonna be my turn? Why is it taking so long?
Your turn was 15 years ago when you were young, but you were too busy finding yourself and exploring your sexuality to recognize it. You had countless opportunities for relationships with good men, but you chose to waste those years chasing tingles and validation from men who would never commit to you. This is what happens when women believe the feminist lie that they can have it all on their own timeline. You can't delay marriage and motherhood for 15 years while riding the carousel and then expect high-value men to wife you up when you're finally ready to settle. That's not how sexual market value works, and that's not how male psychology works.
All the single guys that are respectful and educated and want to take care of a woman.
I'm crying because I'm just reflecting on the fact that literally every person in my life
has used me and then just throws me out like a piece of trash.
Never having been picked, never having been wanted, never having been desired, as you go through all of these years, 27 years for me, 27 years.
Genuinely question if there is real love left, like especially in our generation. I'm so over waiting. Like, when is it gonna be my turn?
I'm just so lonely. I have a fear that all of the good single 30-year-old men are doing the...
Your fear is correct. The good 30-year-old men are either already taken by women who locked them down in their 20s, or they're dating women in their early 20s who still have their beauty, fertility, and ability to pair bond intact. Why would they choose a post-wall woman with a sketchy past when they can have a young, fresh woman who hasn't been destroyed by years of casual sex? This is the reality of the sexual marketplace that feminism doesn't want you to understand. Men and women age differently in terms of sexual market value. Men's value increases with age as they accumulate resources, status, and experience. Women's value peaks in their early 20s and declines steadily after that. You can't reverse biology with positive thinking.
The opposite. Hey, get out there. Please, stop ordering takeout by your f***ing self and wait for me to be there with you.
I hate this shit. Like, what do y'all want me to say? Like, I be in the bed crying every f***ing night.
37, I'll be 38 this year. You know, I don't have any kids. I don't have a boyfriend. I don't talk to anybody, so I'm always alone.
Why is it so hard to find a guy?
It's hard to find a guy because you wasted your prime years sleeping around. You have no kids because you spent your fertile years preventing pregnancy while getting pumped and dumped by various men.
I'm sick of being told that I should be happy single. I don't want to be. I want to be in love.
It terrifies me. Everyone's getting married or having kids and starting a new chapter in their life with their friends and whatnot, and I'm just here on my own, in my own home, working and surviving. And I don't know what to do.
I'm tired of this shit. I want my own man. Why the fuck am I fucking with somebody that fuck with somebody else? Why the fuck when you tell me that? Why the fuck when you tell me that? I want my own man.
I have reached my breaking point of having to do this life thing alone. I just want to be held, nurtured, loved.
What does hitting the wall mean?
So I know I said I wanted to take a break from dating, and I didn't need a man. I changed my mind. I'll take whoever. Just like get here ASAP. Please.
You want to know what fucking sucks? I'll tell you what fucking sucks. Shoveling a ton of gravel. That fucking sucks. The whole entire time I'm shoveling, all I'm thinking is, who the fuck are the women that want equal rights? The women's movement. Who wanted to do the man's work? Because I fucking didn't. I'd rather be inside making sandwiches and serving iced tea. Fuck this bullshit.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
If this is you, if this is the size man you are, let's go get some Taco Bell. If you can offer me the security of grabbing one of your sweaters and looking like this, deal. Listen, I can offer a respectable booty, good times. This is luxury. This is some thick thighs, some calves that are bigger than mine. Me up.
So you're almost 40, yes. And you've never been married, no. And you don't have kids, no. And you don't want to have kids, no. What have you done with your life? Well.
If there's any single men around in the Burlington, Vermont area, it's a Friday night if you're looking for a good time. I'm not looking for a good time. I'm looking for somebody to open my goddamn condiments.
Asked all the time, how have you been single forever? How have you never had a boyfriend? Why? What's wrong with you? There has to be something wrong with you.
You said you wanted a hardworking woman, and I am not a hard worker. I don't want a job, so.
Oh, hell no! What is one secret you never told your ex?
That I hooked up with someone else. I cheated. I cheated.
Is anyone?
This woman is a serial cheater who destroys every relationship she gets into, but she still expects sympathy for being alone. This is the fundamental dishonesty of modern women. They present themselves as victims of circumstance while hiding their destructive behavior. She's not single because she can't find love. She's been so damaged by years of casual sex and validation seeking that she's lost the ability to be faithful to one man. But in her twisted female logic, she's still the victim. This is what the manosphere has been trying to tell men for years. Modern women have been so corrupted by feminism and hookup culture that they're incapable of being good wives and mothers.
The only one that feels extremely single. I'm talking 0 dates, 0 prospects, 0 interest, 0 DMs, 0 messages, absolutely dry, absolutely nothing.
How much money do you think a guy should make per year?
Depends where they live. I mean, if I'm like dating them, it'd be nice if they were at least making $100,000.
I have no clue.
Like $1 million, $2 million,
$300K.
100, like 500 grand? Is that a lot?
No, that's 500 is
like normal.
On a good day. Yeah, I mean it depends.
Okay.
A lot. We're expensive.
Yeah. Millions.
Oh, mills, shit. Okay.
Minimum 6 figures, no matter what the situation is. We have an expensive lifestyle. 100,000.
120K.
This is the entitlement of modern women in full display. They have no concept of their own market value or what they actually offer in exchange for these ridiculous demands. They want traditional male provision while offering nothing traditional in return. A man making $100,000 plus has options. He can get a younger, prettier, less damaged woman who doesn't come with a laundry list of demands and a sexual history that reads like a phone book. Why would he choose some post-wall harpy who thinks her mere existence entitles her to his resources?
I was just tired of dating. I literally just sat in my car for 20 minutes crying because I'm so tired.
This message is for my husband. Honey, please come on. I'm outside and I'm getting tired of being out here. It's weird out here. You need to come on and find me so that we both can go inside.
Where y'all be meeting the man at, bro? I live in Louisville, Kentucky. Alright? If it was something here for me, I would have seen it by now. There ain't nothing in Kentucky, bro.
It's time for women to take accountability for how terrible the dating pool is. We started taking advice from hoes.
Being single in my late 20s, early 30s, I was not prepared for this.
Being in your late 20s is so hard. I've seen a few people talk about this and just kind of the loneliness of your late 20s, and especially people who are kind of in this middle stage of, hey, I'm not married, don't have kids, not in a relationship.
I've cried 3 times this morning. Why, Taylor? Other than just being mentally unstable, why are you crying 3 times in one morning? It's only 9:30.
I don't know. I think I'm a little strange because I'm about to be 30 and I just feel like my life is just starting.
It's really hard. And where are all the good men? Why aren't you looking for good women who are ready to be in a relationship and not sleep around? What are you doing? Where are you?
What you just witnessed is the complete meltdown of the modern Western woman as she confronts the brutal reality of hitting the wall. These aren't isolated cases of bad luck or poor timing. This is the predictable outcome of an entire generation of women who bought into feminist lies about having it all on their own terms. These women spent their prime years riding the carousel hard, sleeping with dozens if not hundreds of men, chasing tingles and validation from Chad and Tyrone while rejecting every decent man who tried to build something real with them. They prioritized fun and freedom over family and commitment, believing they could delay marriage and motherhood indefinitely while keeping their options open. Now they're hitting the wall face first and discovering that the sexual marketplace doesn't care about their feelings, their degrees, their careers, or their sudden desire for commitment. They're learning that biology is real, that fertility declines, that beauty fades, and that pair bonding ability gets destroyed by years of casual sex. But here's what makes this even more pathetic. They still don't understand why they're alone. They can't connect the dots between their behavior and their relationship failures. They think being a serial cheater, having a body count higher than a Vietnam War memorial, and bringing nothing but demands and baggage to relationships somehow entitles them to high-value men. These women are fundamentally broken. They've been so corrupted by feminism and hookup culture that they're incapable of being good wives and mothers. They can't pair bond, they can't be faithful, they can't provide value to men, but they still expect traditional male provision and commitment. And the entitlement. These women think they deserve men making 6 or 7 figures while bringing absolutely nothing to the table themselves. They have no cooking skills, no domestic abilities, no femininity, no loyalty, no fertility, but they still think they can dictate terms like they're some kind of prize. This is what happens when an entire generation of women is raised to believe that sleeping around is empowering, that commitment is oppressive, that men are disposable, and that they can have everything on their own timeline. They destroyed their own value in the sexual marketplace, and now they're experiencing the natural consequences of their choices. The wall is undefeated. Biology is real. Fertility declines. Beauty fades. Pair bonding ability gets destroyed by casual sex. No amount of feminist propaganda can change these fundamental truths, and these women are learning that the hard way. But the most disgusting part isn't their failure, it's their refusal to take responsibility for it. Even when confronted with the obvious consequences of their own choices, they still present themselves as victims. They still blame men, society, bad timing, bad luck, anything except their own behavior. These women had every opportunity to build something beautiful with good men during their prime years. They chose to waste those opportunities chasing excitement and validation from men who would never commit to them. Now they're alone, bitter, and desperate, trying to shame men into accepting their damaged goods while offering nothing in return. The good men they're crying about wanting? Those men learn to avoid post-wall women like the plague. They're dating younger, prettier, less damaged women who still have their beauty, fertility, and ability to pair bond intact. They're not going to sacrifice their future for some carousel rider who suddenly decided she wants to play house. This is the natural end result of the sexual revolution and feminist ideology. A generation of women who are fundamentally unfit for marriage and motherhood, crying about being alone while refusing to acknowledge their own role in creating their misery. They made their bed, and now they're lying in it, alone, with their cats, wondering where all the good men went. The good men didn't go anywhere. They just learned to avoid women like these. And that's exactly what every man watching this should learn to do. These women are cautionary tales, not potential partners. They're what happens when women choose tingles over commitment, excitement over stability, and validation over virtue. Let them die alone with their cats and their delusions. They earned it.